Christian now, so I can't do those ghost stories anymore. The point is that I wrote that story before I was a Christian. I was a Christian many years ago, but that ghost story... See, when you write, this is why writers know that when it's their story, because when you write, you don't just get a piece of paper and write. You put in people that, you know, experiences you went through. You gather information from your life from all over the place. And Fred will be John in real life. The car crash will be a bike accident you had, and you just all you do is mix it up and you throw it down and you see what you got. And there's no way in hell that James Wan just happened to have the same story. What's different about it? She's a ventriloquist. Mine isn't. There you go. It's not mine because she's a ventriloquist. No. She has puppets. I don't have puppets. Mine's an old woman ghost that haunts the woods with ghost children. 2005, before that theme was even popular, anything near it. There's probably 1 or 2 movies that had ghost children in the woods, and the the white gown and stuff. That's always been creepy, but no. The fact that the story is the same. An old woman kidnaps a little boy for making fun of her and her baby. She has supernatural powers before she's a ghost. A man named Henry witnesses her supernatural powers, witnesses the boy make fun of her before she kidnaps the boy. Henry goes on to warn the main character 70 years later. That's in both stories. Yeah, both stories. And she kills Dan and Mary Kunix, and Calvin gets the blame for it, for a crime the old woman ghost committed. Now in the movie, she kills Jamie Ashen, his wife, or fiancée wife, whatever it is. And he gets the blame for a crime the old woman ghost did. By the way, his main character, his good main character is called Ashen, Jamie Ashen. James Wan. Wan means Ashen, and Ashen means Wan. But Ashen also means pale, and Wan also means pale. And the title of my story is Pale. So it would be James Pale, James Ashen, James Wan. If you look up the word pale, you're going to get Ashen and Wan, W-A-N, Wan. So the title of my story is Pale. The backup title was going to be Susan Pale. It's about the ghost of Susan Pale. So James Wan, his last name is really Pale. It's not a coincidence. And that he happened to name his good character Ashen. Have you ever heard of Ashen being a name? Ever? But it's not a coincidence. If in the end, my old woman ghost comes out of a shadow after tricking the main character that she's a family member. And in the movie, she tricks the main character she's a family member, but she goes backwards into a shadow. These aren't coincidences. James Wan is a fraud. He's a fraud. And this year is the year to expose James Wan. I might not get a penny, but I'm going to expose him. People are going to look at him and they're going to be very, very embarrassed for him. They're going to like go, oh man, what a thief. That's the year. If I get killed, it's going to be worse on the globalists. They're going to be really sorry.